Be honest. How do I look?
I'm not going to lie to you. There is a remote possibility that the more eagle-eyed observer will have discerned a minor discrepancy in the hue of your attire.
Do you think it'll affect my chances of winning the contest?
Some people might argue that your bold reinterpretation of a national treasure is a delightfully provocative and consciously incongruous attempt to redefine and modernise tradition. But personally, I'd say you look like some twat who accidentally put his costume through the hot wash.
We had a pizza delivered last night. This is the box it came in.
We haven't thrown it out because we're convinced that the box is stuffed with cheese but haven't found it yet.
There's not a single slice left, I'm afraid.
You pig! I only had 3 slices.
What can I say? We should never have ordered the pizza that had chicken nuggets and burgers instead of a crust.
Personally, I'm convinced that someone at Paulie's Pizza Palace saw Logan's Run one too many times and is trying to ensure that no one lives past the age of 30.
Let's head off to the audition, shall we?
Have you got a map of the route to the theatre?
It's right here in my hand, isn't it?
No?
Oh. Then I've lost it.
Well, you'll have to find it or get a new one, won't you?
We're looking for an umbrella, a crown, a pair of gloves, a horseshoe, 5 birds, an artificial leg, the kickstand from a 1967 Harley Sportster.
Hold up.
What's wrong, Mel?
We were just getting into the story when you stopped dead and started playing I Spy. What's going on?
Isn't that how it works? Set the scene, little bit of dialogue, then stop dead and play an arbitrary hunt the object game?
That makes no sense at all. There's no motivation, no reason behind the game at all.
Sure there is. People would notice how painfully thin the plot was if we didn't distract them with random minigames. Quick, let's take 2 photos of the bathroom and try to spot the differences.
No, no, no. No hidden objects, no difference spotting, no sliding tiles, and absolutely no reassembling torn pieces of paper.
I wish you'd said something sooner. So what'll we do instead? I mean, the game will be finished in 20 minutes if we take out all the random pointless puzzles.
We'll just have to include more plot, more contextual puzzles, more jokes, and more character interaction.
Well, we've wasted nearly 2 minutes complaining about hidden object games.
And the system works. There's a slightly stained napkin sitting on the arm of the sofa.
It's the napkin I used to wipe my hands when I was eating pizza last night.
Oh, thank God. I thought you'd stayed up late watching Desperate Housewives again.
Hey, there's something written on this pizza napkin.
It's probably another suicide note from the pizza delivery boy. That kid really needs to get laid.
No, it's the address of the theater where auditions are being held. I must have written it down while we were eating dinner. I should show the napkin to Mel before I do anything with it. He knows how to get around on the subway way better than I do.
You're the only person I know who can get lost on the 42nd Street shuttle.
Mel, I found the napkin with the address of the theater where the auditions are being held.
So where exactly is it?
I have no idea.
Great, the A train runs right past I have no idea. Now that you've got the address, maybe you could get a map which shows us how to get there.
I can use the address on this napkin to create a map which shows us how to get to the auditions.
Do you need a hand? I know you're not the most technical person.
No, I think I'm okay. Hey, does Google know where I'm going, or do I have to enter a destination?
How could Google possibly know where you're going unless you tell it?
Well, they have those maps that know where you are.
What?
Those big maps at the mall that say you are here. And I always am.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that map. Otherwise we'll end up in Mount Pleasant instead of Broadway.
It's Mel's PC. He uses it for all kinds of clever stuff. But I just play games and use Facebook.
Your professors always said you should pay more attention in class.
Professors always say things like that.
Yeah, but in your case they were right. Remember how you never used to read the college notice board and you were still in the old sports hall when they bulldozed it?
Shall I take this?
Yes, and try not to blow your nose in it or smother it in pizza sauce before we leave the apartment.
Huh? Here's the map showing us how to get to the auditions.
What's this mark here?
I think it's the symbol for a hot dog vendor.
No, it's ketchup. You haven't left my site and you haven't eaten anything. I just don't know how you do it.
Have you seen my invitation?
You had to be invited?
Oh yeah. These are prestigious, exclusive auditions. Only the very best are invited.
Wow, I guess your acting skills have impressed people more than I realised.
Not really. I only got one because the stage manager ran me over in the parking lot last week, and I took an invitation in exchange for a legal waiver.
How are the back spasms?
Easing off. It's the closet that came with the apartment. I think the previous tenant left it because of the inconvenience of trying to get it out of here.
It is pretty huge. Not everyone has a closet they can climb inside.
I know. Once I was in bed with a girl, and she thought she heard her boyfriend coming, so I jumped out of bed and hid in it.
Mate, this is your apartment.
Yeah, we both felt pretty stupid when we realized that she couldn't possibly have heard her boyfriend. You hadn't taken your key with you, so you'd have had to ring the bell to get in.
Jenny?
Should I take the closet with me? It might come in handy.
Nah, every adventure game these days has a closet you carry around to store things in. It's become too much of a cliche.
I organize my clothes very carefully.
I didn't know that. By colour or by style?
By body part.
Crikey. All this time when you were talking about the bottom drawer, I thought you meant...
Nope. There's a golden ticket in here. It must be the invitation to the AGS auditions.
Either that or we're spending the afternoon at a chocolate factory.
Ah, now the auditions are gonna seem like second best. Mel, I found the invitation.
Well done, mate. Do we have everything now?
Hello? Lieutenant, how nice to... No, we're going to the America's Got Superpowers auditions, remember? We booked a day off and everything. But... I guess if it's only an hour.
Tell me you didn't just give up our day off.
It's only for an hour. You know I can't say no to Sam.
That's strange. She says it to you all the time. What does she want?
She said something personal had come up. She needs to take the rest of the day off. But that means she won't be able to transcribe those interviews.
Oh, so I was right. You didn't give up our day off. You gave up my day off.
I have to be there too. I'm the only one who has the keys.
Yes, of course. The keys. The ubiquitous symbol of authority. Because only the most responsible and trustworthy of men is allowed to use the photocopier. Did you have to do that?
Of course I did. Can't very well go into work dressed as a comic book superhero. Doesn't present a very professional attitude to work.
I mean, did you have to get changed in a phone booth?
What's wrong with that? A lot of superheroes get changed in phone booths.
Yes, but most wait for the lady making a call to finish first.
It's a public phone booth.
Is that a pucker print on the glass?
It's a very small space in there. You try changing out of a pair of tights without getting pressed up against the glass. I don't really need to call anyone right now, which might be just as well. I don't have any quarters, and I doubt this thing has worked since the Reagan administration.
Neither of you?
I know it's kinda childish, but I'd love to drive one of these with the lights blazing and sirens blaring.
I've seen you drive. You should always have lights blazing and sirens blaring.
That's Sam. She's a detective with the NYPD.
She's kind of our boss, in the sense that no one else in the precinct wanted to have to speak to us, and she drew the short straw.
She has a body like a memory foam pillow. No matter how often you manhandle it, it always returns to its original shape.
Or in this instance, no matter how often someone else manhandles it.
Hi guys, thanks for coming in at such short notice.
We were happy to help.
He was happy to help. I was bloody annoyed to do it.
I know you guys had plans today. The America's Got Superpowers auditions.
Yeah, I'm hoping that a big talent agent will spot me when it airs on TV.
Whereas last time he got spotted on TV, it was just his social security fraud investigator.
Well, I promise you this won't take long. I just need those interviews transcribed and then you can get off.
Is everything okay? You said on the phone you had an urgent personal matter to take care of.
Yeah, everything's fine. My sister came down with something and she needs me to collect the kids from school and fill a prescription for her.
Hey Sam, how about you let me buy you a drink after work?
No, I'm just gonna go home, soak in a warm bath, and then watch a feel-good movie.
Oh, we watched one of those last night. This hot babe had her washing machine break down, and this plumber, he had the biggest...
No mate, that's not what she means by a feel-good movie.
I'm talking about wholesome entertainment. A chick flick.
Oh, we tried to get one of those, but the ones with just chicks are always the first ones rented out. So you said on the phone you want us to transcribe some interviews?
Yes, it shouldn't take more than an hour at the most.
Why don't you shove brooms up our asses? We could sweep up while we work.
Mel, don't exaggerate.
Excuse me. You could fit a carpet shampooer up yours anyway.
Have you ever dated a superhero?
I had a few dates with Captain Lightning.
Is it true he can run 10 times faster than a normal man?
Oh, he does everything 10 times faster than a normal man.
Ouch.
I'll be right back.
Hurry up then. I need to be off soon. Can we hurry this up, boys? I really need to get moving.
Oh, this will only take a minute. Where are the interviews?
They're on SD cards. There are 2 on my desk, but the third one was needed for a camera. The camera has subsequently gone missing.
That's convenient. When Internal Affairs is asked to investigate allegations of police brutality, the recording of the interview is nowhere to be found.
For God's sake, Melvin, not everything is a conspiracy. Someone probably just forgot to put it back when they finished with it.
So you just want the interviews processed on the workstation and transcribed into text?
Yeah, a few things came up in the interviews that I'd like to run against our databases. It's probably nothing, but it doesn't hurt to try.
Especially when someone else is doing all the donkey work.
We understand what we have to do. You can take off now.
All the best to your sister.
Huh? Oh, right. Thanks, guys.
Sam's left her expensive phone on her desk.
That's a bit dangerous. Perhaps you should go after her.
Mel, this is a police station.
That's what I mean. Some bastard's bound to nick it.
I can't think of anyone to call.
Just as well, Sam's installed a new app which automatically sets off an alarm if you pick up her phone.
Just me? How can the phone possibly know it's my hand picking it up?
Dunno, perhaps it scans the screen for saturated fats and corn syrup. Did I mention that as well as sounding an alarm, it also reports the phone stolen and enables GPS tracking?
No.
I knew I forgot to mention something.